Well, some public sector workers, like police officers, can't legally strike, but that doesn't mean they're happy about their pay and conditions. In fact, a survey has found nearly 1 in 5 officers plan to simply quit. The Police Federation of England and Wales says officers have faced a real-term salary cut of more than 20% since 2010. Well, earlier I spoke to Steve Hartshorn from the Federation and started by asking him if he was surprised by the findings in the survey.
If I'm honest, I think I was a little surprised. However, it was probably to be expected when you look at the amount of discontent in policing with the low morale, the high fatigue. It's a bit of a stark warning, really, to those that fund policing to say, look, there are issues here that need to be addressed quite urgently. I think if you have to go back to 2010, it was the start of the erosion of 20,000 police officers. The pay rise that we should have had over the last 12 years have, in effect, given us a 25 to 30% real terms pay cut, which, if you look at what recent events are showing there, some of the unions are saying for the past 2 to 3 years, their members have been disadvantaged by pay cuts that haven't kept up with the cost of living crisis. My members have had this for 12 years.
Now, with bearing that in mind and the fact that police are not allowed to strike, is there any pressure within police ranks to say, OK, let's change that, let's change it so we can go on strike?
There is, and it's not an easy answer to it, really, because it depending where you look and who you speak to. If you look on some portions of social media, there's we must have the right to strike because that's the only way to get what we want. And yet when you speak to officers that come to headquarters out in the force area and Federation reps and members, then they'll say, we don't actually want the right to strike because as Crown servants, we have certain protections which make something as simple as we can't be made redundant, which is quite good.
Effectively, officers, much like many other staff in other sectors, are asking for a pay rise. How sympathetic do you think general members of the public will feel, given there have been some officers making headlines for the wrong reason, and indeed some forces going into special measures?
I think it's understandable concerns, but we did some recent polling with a company that showed lots of the public are actually very favourable of police having a pay rise, second only to the NHS. Yes, we have had experiences in the past on officers who have broken the law, and that's a shame on them. The vast majority of my members are doing the best they can every single day to protect and keep the public safe.
Final question to you. If someone came to you now and said, you know, I'm thinking of joining the police, would you say, yes, do it? Would you recommend it? What would you say?
Now, for me, it's mixed emotion, that one, because policing is a fantastic job. You know, all the things that I've experienced and my colleagues experience in a lifetime of policing, it's immense. However, and there is a however, if you look at the current pay and conditions, the erosion of our pension, the issues we have, the toxicity that surrounds policing at the moment, you can't blame people for not thinking. And for me, it'd be with a heavy heart, I'd probably say it's good for experience, come in and experience it yourself, see what you can do. But is it a long-term career that it used to be? Sadly, I don't think it is anymore. So it would probably be a no.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much for your honesty in responding to us, Steve.
Thank you.
Thank you.